Next we have a reading comprehension passage with a set of 5 questions. Let's look at the first question. The first question says, which of the following statements best expresses the main idea of the passage? Look at the last paragraph. It says, what a tragedy this would be. We Americans have viewed our roots as interesting historical relics, hardly as rigid molds dictating all that we are and will be. Moreover, a belief that each of us is responsible for our own behavior has woven our social fabric. Yet in coming years, we will hear increasingly from those attributing bad behavior to inexorable biological forces. As a biologist, I find this a bitter prospect. The biological revolution of past decades will spawn enormous benefits, but we will pay a very heavy price unless we craft an ethic that cherishes our spontaneity, unpredictability, and individual uniqueness. Look at option C. Option C says the ability to analyze human genetic makeup could lead to a dangerous belief in genes as determinants of who we are and how we think. This captures the idea that has been expressed in the passage and hence is the answer. Let's look at the next question. Question 72 says the author of the passage would be most likely to agree with which of the following predictions about the biological revolutions as discussed in the passage. Again, look at the last line. It says the biological revolution of past decades will spawn enormous benefits, but we will pay a very heavy price. This brings us to option D. The revolution may be problematic as well as beneficial, and option D becomes our answer. Next question says the author mentions the nature versus nurture debate primarily in order to refer to the paragraph 3 and 4. The author states that a growing proportion of the public impressed by the successes of genetics is likely to come to view genes as determinants of human condition. Option D follows from this, as option D says that many people are likely to believe that genetics determine our behavior and ability. Hence, D will become our answer. Next question says the author's attitude towards evolution discussed in the passage can be best characterized as we have already seen from the last paragraph, the author says that genetic revolution can bring a lot of benefits, but can also harm us and can also change our views and beliefs about who we are and how we do certain things. That is why the answer to this question will be option B, apprehension about some of the revolution's likely effects. Next question says, which of the following statements would the author of the passage be most likely to agree with? Amongst these options, option D follows from the passage, as it says that by studying and enumerating individual genes, we will only begin to penetrate the surface of human complexity. The author says that while we fear that there would be problems, we will discover the essence of humanity. This is unlikely. So he says that we will not discover the essence of humanity by analyzing genes as we are doing now. We will only be able to begin to understand what is our genetic makeup or how we are made the way we are. Hence, answer will be option D.